All right, so we're gonna continue on with chapter 6. Before we do that, we gotta talk about this week's test. It's another week, so we have another test. Exam 3 is gonna be on Thursday, the 25th. We'll do it again at 9 a.m. We'll go 2 hours, 11 a.m. Then we'll go over to lab, and we'll do no lab activity, but we'll be in lab for the second half there. You're gonna have the full 2 hours, 9 to 11. You are gonna want to bring a calculator, just like we've seen before, useful information, periodic table. It is going to cover everything from module 6 and 7. So basically that's like the end of chapter 5, all of chapter 6, and then the very start of chapter 7. So it's a little, kind of doesn't quite fit super perfectly, but we did have the last Friday, right? The 19th for Juneteenth, we didn't have a participation that day. So it's only 3 participation assignments. So it's a little bit smaller set of material than we've had on the other exams. So for better or worse, we'll see how it goes. There is still a review in the exam 3 folder. You can take a look at that, turn that in to get 3 points added on to your test grade. Format's going to be the same that we've seen before. Make sure explain how you know means you're describing your thought process, not just redefining something. Units, not a ton of unit calculations type stuff. There is some, especially from last week in module 6. But when we do want to see thought process, we do want to see work, explanations, how we're getting answers. But the format otherwise is going to be what we've seen before. And as far as studying goes, you've seen tests, different tests. I encourage you to think about what worked and what didn't. Always happy to chat about how you can kind of change or manage your study habits to try to, or strategies to try to kind of improve them. We're always, as scientists, we can always think about everything as an experiment, right? You studied, took a test, tried a new way of studying, take a test, see how it goes, see if it improves your performance, see if it doesn't, and kind of keep what works and get rid of what doesn't work, or try to modify or improve, or kind of think of ways to always change and get better. If you want to chat about it, let me know. Before we can have a test, we do need to finish this actual module. Before we do that, we got to talk a little bit about some other assignments as we approach the end of the semester. I got some other assignments popping up. Got one more special video before we get into it.